People are crazy. Hey Tanya, how you doing? I can't stop laughing. These people are something else. These people are something else. That's all right. You got to do what you got to do, Tanya. Just try not to feel down and try not to feel like, try not to feel negative and feel like you're not worthy of anything or anyone or whatever. Just try not to feel that way. Always be positive. You do whatever you want to do. You do what Tanya wants. Fuck everybody. Me, I'm all right. I just I got into a little tiff with my nephew about football because he thinks he knows everything. So I had to show him reality again. My 18-year-old nephew, he's a piece of work. He thinks he can tell a 49-year-old man about football. Meanwhile, he don't even watch no games. He just listens to the internet. So I had to prove him wrong again, but he's so ignorant. He's a very ignorant child. And when I go at him, I'm a bad person, but whatever. I ain't got no time for these little punks. They irritate me and they think they know everything. So it's not easy. When I was that age, I always listened to my elders so I can know more. He's the opposite. I know more than you. Well, Tanya, I feel the exact same way. My mental capacity is raring to get things done, and my physical well-being is not letting me get it done. Yes, I know exactly what you mean because I've been saying that for a while now, and I'm upset at myself for letting myself feel that way because when my dad died, it didn't really affect me a lot in the beginning because I still thought that it was, not real. And now that, 3 months have passed by, I realize that it is real and it is never going to change and he's never coming back. And then when Diamond went, I started to realize more and more that she's not here, it's real. And I start to, mourn both of their deaths, and like I'm trying to fight it and I can't. And I just have sometimes I just break down and cry, or I break down and just say, this is some fucking bullshit. Look what I'm going through. Like, and I pray so hard, but I know that, at the end of the day, I know I can't do nothing about it. I'm not God. I'm not like around here bringing people back to life or saving people from dying. I can't do that. Not even God can, right? So you gotta go. You gotta go. But it's like I've been overwhelmed with everybody's, gracious thoughts and feelings and condolences and support that I've been getting from everybody. It's been great. But When I go to my mom's house and I only see her and not my dad, it hurts, but I don't really show it. When I come home and I don't see Diamond, it hurts, but I don't really show it. And that mentality is getting, you know, my mental state of mind is like, you got to get over it, bro. It ain't going to come back and it's not going to get any better. But I shouldn't like dwell on it to make it worse. That's how I feel right now, if that makes sense. But it just feels so weird without them. Because Diamond and my dad were very important in my life. They were in this apartment many times for many years. And now I come to an empty apartment with equipment, computers, clothes, you know, coming on here keeps me sane, keeps me happy. Doing my music thing keeps me happy, keeps my mind off of things. But that's just how I feel. So I try to keep it together and just, say to myself, oh, well, you know, it's life. You just got to deal with it. And I don't really bitch and moan about it. I just like, I can say more things, but like people won't even care. Or I feel like certain people think that, I think people don't really understand how I really feel and they just take advantage or they just don't care. Shit's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. I mean, if I don't come on here, then I'm going to get worse. You know what I mean? I'll get worse. I'll probably feel like, disappointed, depressed a bit. I'll be, laying down thinking about all the stuff that I've dealt with, and it just won't be right. So, you know, so that's why, like, I can't stay away for too long. I need something to, I need people to talk with, everybody coming together to talk to each other and share each other's, stories, see how people are doing. And there's people on here that have worse, situations than I do and you do and everyone else. There's people in here who come in here with, bullshit, and there's people who come in here with real life, problems. Like, there's people who complain and there's people who like do shit about it. And we can all share those moments with each other, you know. So it's nice, but at the same time, I think certain people are selfish where they think that their little problems are, you know, more than someone else who has a lot worse problems. So I've said all my life, I've said that you never know what somebody's going through. Somebody can come in here and be like, "Oh, cool," and never mention anything about their lives, but their lives are in shambles. They're all fucked up. They could be fighting a disease, all That's literally what happened. That's why I'm saying it. My friend Sue, you guys don't know her, but she was in here for 3 years and nobody knew she had cancer. And then I had to tell everybody at the end. And she did, because she didn't want, nobody's sympathy or nobody be asking her how she is and shit. I kept her secret for a long time. But when she passed, I had to, tell everybody what happened because she confided in me. So it was hard to keep that secret because I wanted everybody to support her and pray for her. But it still wouldn't have made a difference. She's gonna die, regardless, right? So I just respected her wishes. So that's why I always know that people just have a worse life than you, but sometimes they don't even show it. Brian, thanks for the super chat. You said what Mike and Casey's current intentions regarding you. All right, so I did these two separately. So Mike's intentions regarding you is to continue to be the same. He might communicate with you, but that's about it. I see communication between you and Mike possibly, but he's still going to withdraw from speaking to you too much or denying things regarding you. It seems like Mike is someone who is not very happy with how things are going on in his own life, and he might tell you about these things. So his intentions is to tell you about what's going on in his life, looking for sympathy or looking for, ways to withdraw from telling you too much, but still talking to you at the same time. I feel like this guy lives in denial anyway, or he's being discreet about things and telling you what he wants to. So that's his intentions, is to like tell you what you need to know, what not what you want to know. And Casey, I would say this person is someone who says that they're someone that they're not. This person might be lying. They're going to continue to lie about you to you. Their intentions is to be dishonest, and their intentions is not to be trusted. So I wouldn't trust Casey. Casey has a worse intention than Mike does. So I would say this Casey person is someone who might flatter or try to seduce people just to get what they want. They use people as distractions, and they're also a person that's not very honest. So these two don't have good intentions, but I would say Casey has worse intentions than Mike. And regarding both of them together, I would say that they have a lot of difficulties that they need to overcome, and they're both stuck when it comes to their intentions towards you. They don't know what to really do. And I don't think they might confess what's going on, but it all depends. But I don't get nothing good from these two. Their intentions regarding you aren't very good. Brian, thanks for the super chat. You said, "What did I do to cause Mike and Casey problems?" You're asking me that? You should know what you did. What did you think you did that caused them problems? what I get here is, well, they think that you're being dishonest. You're not telling them the truth. They think that, it's not. They think that you're not being honest with them. They think that you're lying to them. They think that you have exaggerated ideas. They don't feel like, they think you're deliberately doing things to make them mad or make them dislike you. I don't get nothing good here. They think that you're a person that has an ulterior motive, that you're trying to trick them. You have something up your sleeve, and they feel like you're not a good person, and they think that you are like double dealing, like you're in cahoots with somebody that they don't like. So they think that you're also in with this problem with this person, you know. And I see like multiple people here. So if you are, if you're talking to somebody that they don't like, they've included you in that circle. So if they don't like the people that you're with, then they don't like you. You got me? So there's multiple people here. There's a man and two other women here as well. So I'm thinking that they don't like you because you are a part of, people that they don't like. So they categorize you in that category. They put you in that category. But they think that you're lying, or you're being dishonest about what you say to them, or what you're saying to other people about them. If you are talking about them, then someone else probably told them that. Like, I got all reverse cards here. So their problem with you is you're either talking about them and it got back to them, or you are with people that they don't like. So it's got to be those things, because I don't get good cards here at all. So their problem with you, it exists through other people. Well, they don't like you because you're probably with Paul, because I see another man here. So it's you, another man, you know, and these two other women. So it's people that you are around that they don't like. So yeah, they don't like Paul either. I'm getting they don't like. I asked if they liked him. It says no. So they don't like him either. So like I said, they don't like you and the people that you hang around, or the people that you are involved with. And usually people do that. If somebody doesn't like somebody because you're around them, then they don't like you either, or they're just not gonna like you because you're around somebody that they don't like. So they don't like Paul either. And it looks like there's like women as well that you guys talk to or hang around, or your wives or your girlfriends or your mothers or whatever. They don't like them either, because I see a man and two women that they don't like that you hang around to, or you're associated with. But who cares what they think and what they like? That's how people are, bro. People are just not gonna like you because you're around somebody, or you're some type of way. People are weird like that. Yeah. That's what people do. People don't like you. Well, people don't like Jesus either. I don't think anybody in this world is liked by everyone. That'd be too easy. That'd be too much of a that'd be too much of a miracle for that to happen. Well, like I said, like Brian, it's really up to you how what's gonna happen regarding this, because if you deal with these people, then there's gonna be problems. If you don't deal with them, then you don't have to worry about them. So I mean, it's pretty much up to you, bro. You know what I mean? My advice to everyone and you is to always discard people like that. Never deal with them. Don't deal with them. Don't speak to them. Don't associate with them. Don't care about what they think or what they say. If you don't need these people or you're not dealing with them on a regular basis, then fuck them. That's what I say. That's my opinion. Yeah. Well, the cards say that these people will not. These people are just going to frustrate you if you keep dealing with them. So if you deal with these people, they're going to frustrate you. It's not wise to deal with them. They're going to try and interfere with you and other people. If these two people are like a couple, if Mike and Casey are a couple or they're together, then they're very unreliable and they're going to frustrate people and you. They're going to try to, or they're going to try to interfere. But the smart thing to do and the intelligent choice here is to resolve things by you doing what you have to do, especially if it's with money or charity or being kind or just doing things. Don't ask them for favors. Don't try and get any favors from them. It probably won't work, but they're going to try and probably manipulate you to give them things or do things for them. Don't do it. And I get a bad woman here. So if Casey is a woman, which I think you said she is, she's going to be the most biased one. She's going to be unfair. She's going to be the person that's a bad partner or trying to get Mike to be on her side because of her bad, business decisions or just her bad partnership or judgment in people. So I feel like, Casey is the real issue here and try and make Mike do things that he doesn't want to, but that's what the cards are saying here. But regarding this situation, it all depends on you, what choice you make. And the smart choice is telling Spirit saying that the smart choice is to keep going your way and not towards them because they're going to keep interfering if you allow them to. So if you allow these people to interfere or you deal with them, then it's going to be worse for you. Like if you're trying to like attain some type of goal, you can do it without them. You don't need them. So if that's the case, then you don't need these people to achieve anything or to get what you want. You can work around these people to get what you want. So if you're wondering if you need them for something or they're significant, they're not. They're not going to burden you from going forward. They're actually the best choice is to not deal with them at all. You're welcome, bro. I hope that made sense. But that's what I got. The more we focus on our goals and ourselves, the more irrelevant these people become. That's just my opinion now. Can't believe it's Friday already. Almost Saturday. Well, the only way it can improve, Tanya, is if you take care of yourself, you know? And only you know what your body needs, right? Dr. Markey can suggest a few things, but, I might get in trouble for medical information, because I'm not a doctor. Oh, well, there you go. See, you're already ahead of the game. See, that means you're smart. Took your medicine, you did what you needed to do. Yeah, I hope you do feel better tomorrow. Well, even if you don't, fight through it. Ask Phil to help. He's been helping all this time. Ask Phil to help. Ask Sky to help. Ask your ancestors and friends and everyone in spirit to help, and you'll be fine. I don't see why not. There you go. I want to do the same thing. Tomorrow, I want to wake up. I'm going to watch the game tomorrow morning. I'm going to watch a soccer game tomorrow morning. And then while I'm watching it, I'm going to sort out everything down here and watch it and sort out things at the same time. And then I need to sort out my clothes. And then I need to, all my shit, I need to sort everything down here. I need to pack away a lot of those hats, all these things around here. I need to pack up stuff. I need to sweep and mop. I need to clean my oven, my kitchen. I need to clean up a lot of things. I need to go on a serious cleaning spree tomorrow. That's my main goal tomorrow, is to go on a cleaning spree. I really need to clean. My house isn't dirty, but it just needs, like, that final touch. Like, it needs like a thorough upgrade cleaning. There's some areas in my apartment that I don't like. Like, for instance, my stove looks pathetic. I need to deal with it. I really need to, like, work on it. And I need to, like, clean my cabinets in my kitchen. And I need to clean my front porch. I need to do a lot of things. So hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna have the strength and the motivation to play some music and get to it. Yeah, I need to go to the dump too. Hey, what's up, Goodman? You're busy? Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. It's good to be busy, man. Keeps you going. Make sure you take a break in between. Yeah. I mean, it's good just to start it up. It'll be nice just to start it up for, like, 10 minutes and then take it for a drive and then come back. There's nothing wrong with that, Tanya. If you have the energy to do it, go for it. If not, just start it up. Let it run for like 10 minutes. You can even, like, move forward and then come back just to get the juices flowing. But that's what you can do. You can ask for help with spirit. I'm sure they'll help you. I know they will. Did you ever find out if that priest that I like, what is his name? Father Darrow? Or I can't remember I keep messing up his name. I think it's Father Darrow. Did he ever, like, get better? Or is he okay? Or do you know anything about him? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I was always wondering about him. Maybe, hopefully he was all right, or, I haven't heard you talk about him, so let's pray he's okay. Yeah. I never forget that day. I always think about what he said. Yeah. He brought me to tears that day. I was like, finally, someone who knows my life. Finally, someone believes in what I believe. Hallelujah. He made my day. He made my year. That when I heard him talk, it made me very happy. Because what he said is what I've been saying forever. So to hear it from a priest, it was like, yes, it's so satisfying. And everything happens for a reason, It was meant for me to see that day. which is good. I'm glad. So what did you decide to have for dinner, or have you decided yet? I had my fish and homemade fries. It was very good. And then I had a nice chocolate for dessert. I don't know if you if you like crunch bars, crunch, the chocolate crunch, the red, white, and blue one. Man, I haven't had one of those in years. When I went to this warehouse on Thursday, they had like the big ones, and it was only like $1.50, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get this damn chocolate. I thought it was outdated, but it was, and I ate three-quarters of it. It was damn well good. I haven't had one in like forever. Oh, you went and got a fish sandwich. Oh, cool. So you had the same thing I had. I didn't have a soda today. I had a soda yesterday. I had a Pepsi yesterday. I try to have like a soda maybe once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm feeling frisky. And I mailed all the bills, paying all the bills is a pain in the butt, but no one I feel didn't. I don't like didn't either. Yeah. I paid my credit card bill. Um Yesterday I paid my credit card bill and my payroll tax. So I paid those two bills so far. Oh, and I paid my electricity bill, and I paid my mom's electricity bill too. Yeah, like that's the same thing with me. The last night I had a three-piece chicken dinner, and the soda came with it, so I got it. I don't mind having a Pepsi once a week or twice a week. It's not gonna kill you. Well, sometimes you have to. You know what, Tanya, and that's great that you do appreciate him now after doing it, because this is why I explain to a lot of people, when you're in a relationship with somebody and someone does their part and then you end up doing their part, you end up appreciating that person doing that part because you never did it, you know? I always tell people that, like, you should appreciate each other. I know deep down inside you do, but when you actually do it, you're like, fuck, this shit was a pain in the ass. Yeah. Especially being a woman, you know? Yeah, see? But that's a good thing, though, That just showed what a good person he was. But, you know, and I'm sure he's very proud of how far you've come and how much bullshit you had to deal with, you know? Well, and that's why I think women, when they deal with me, they must be like, fuck, this guy doesn't get, like, he doesn't care about anything but but making me happy. But that's just too much for women. Like, don't get it. And then me personally, I don't really care if a woman gets her toes or her nails done. All that bullshit don't make no difference to me. If you want to do it, go right ahead. I ain't paying for it. You can pay for it your fucking self. But on your birthday or something, or Christmas, I'll give you a gift certificate so you can get it done. That's the only time I'm paying for it. So I'll give you it as a gift. But I really don't care. I like natural women and natural things. I don't really care for, like, me personally. I get a haircut. I never put gel in my hair. Even when they cut my hair, they're like, "Oh, you want some gel?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." Okay, you know. I shave when I feel like it. I really need to. I might do it tomorrow. I usually shave on the weekends, but you know, and sometimes I don't even care. Sometimes I iron my shirts, sometimes I don't. I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. I'm at that age where I don't really care. Well, in order to, I'll put it to you this way. My opinion, my opinion about that, Tanya, is remember what I say on here. Spirit's gonna be mad at us if we don't do our part, and if we want them to help, then you got to do what they would want if they were alive. So you just pretty much said it right there. He would not like the camp or how it is, and I don't like the camp or how it is. So if you want his help, then you need to, you know, do those things to make him happy. You know, even get your toes done. So that's up to you. I always tell everybody, that's up to you. If you want help, then you got to do what they would want you to do. Why you think I did the roof this week? Why you think I finished it this week? Why you think I did it? Why you think I worked hard on that roof to make sure it looks, 100%? Because I know that's what my dad would want. You know, I remember when he died, the first thing he said to me in spirit is, "Please take care of this house and take care of your mother." And I feel like I'm doing those things 100%. You know, when my mom's phone died on her yesterday, the first thing I did was go to the city and buy a new one and put it there. And now she's happy. The phone works, everything's clear. The old one's going to the trash, and she's happy and she's good. She has plenty of food. I took her grocery shopping to a different place so she can get all her groceries, paid for it, paid the electricity bill yesterday. So anything left is to pay the phone bill when we get the bill. That's it. So this month is pretty much good to go. And tomorrow I'll probably go down there in the afternoon and hang out with her, see what she wants to do. If she needs to go anywhere, I'll take her and probably just do things around the house if I need be. You know. Yeah. That's how much bills are here when we have our ACs on. Not me because I have my apartment, but next door the bill is that much and more. That was the average bill when they were all living there together because of the ACs. You had all the ACs on, so you used to burn a lot of electricity. We don't really use heaters here; it don't get that cold. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy the amount of money you spend on that. Yeah. hmm My electricity bill last month was less than $100, and I love every minute of it. Because wintertime, I don't pay that much electricity because I don't have no heater on, and I wash clothes once a week because I put everything in my hamper, and when the hamper's full, which is not very often, because I usually use like a little bit of clothes. I don't like have different. I have different clothes on when I come on here sometimes, but it's not like it's dirty. I'm just putting it on just to come on here and take it right back off when they go to sleep. So to be honest, I don't. When people see me wear it, when you see me wear a shirt on there, it's only because I picked it up and put it on, and then I'll put it right back to where it went. I don't have to wash it because I'm on here. I literally come on here for like an hour or two and put a different shirt on. But this shirt I have had on all day. So obviously, I'm gonna wash it. But I don't really wash clothes, more than once a week. And if I do, it's like I'll probably wash my, whites, then I'll wash my darks, then I'll wash my bed sheets, and that's it. And maybe the towels every 2 weeks. So I don't really use too much towels anyway. I'm not the type of person to use a towel every single time I take a shower. I'll use it twice before I wash it. Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is drying yourself off. It's not like the towel is going to get dirty just from water. And I hang it up and let it dry. That's what my mom taught me how to do. And at the end of the day, you save money like that by not washing shit every day and every single week, you know? And I don't have no dishwasher. I have an electric stove that I use every day. So my electricity bill really is my washer, my dryer, my lights, coming on here on the computer, and my stove. That's pretty much, and my water heater. That and that's it. But during the summertime, I pay over $200 a month just for having my AC on all day. But that's just me by myself. But next door, they pay way over 1,000 every month in summertime, for sure. Wintertime, it's half. My sister pays like between 400 and 600 during the winter, but she washes clothes every damn day. So they wash clothes and use the dryer. The washer, your washer and dryer use a lot of electricity. It's your washer, your dryer, your water heater, your stove if you have an electric one, your lights, and your fridge uses a lot of electricity because it's on 24/7. So your fridge uses a lot of, uses electricity. Um, and your ACs and your heaters. Those are the main things that use electricity. But your dryer can definitely use up a lot of electricity. And then if you have a water pump like we do, the water pump goes off a lot every time you use water. The water pump goes, so you're using electricity for that too. If you got fans on, the fans use a lot of electricity too because the fans on all day. So it's a pain in the ass. But winter time, I pay way less because I barely have a fan on and I barely have the AC on. The AC was on last night because of the storm, and I had to close all my windows. And instead of suffocating, I had to put the AC on. But that's it, you know. And like I said, I use my stove every day, sometimes 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All depends. Well, I agree. I think you should cut yourself some slack and try not to worry too much about, everything. At the end of the day, you can only do so much. And as long as you do what you've accomplished to do for the day, then that's good. You know. And a lot of times we get held back by other things. It's just like today. I went live this morning. I was talking, washing my dishes, and then I made breakfast. And then I told everybody I'll be back in about half an hour to an hour because I want to take a break and I want to come live and I'm going to do some readings. I'll see you guys in a half an hour to an hour. That didn't happen because my friend calls me and says, "Hey, you want to go pick up all that tile and the vanity and the sink and everything? Can we do it in another hour from now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not? It's better than doing it tomorrow. We can just get it done today." So there you go. You plan and God laughs. So then I ended up spending 2 hours with him and doing all of that and then talking. And next thing you know, I'm going back into the city to go get my nephew from school. And then I'm watching the game. Then my sister got home late, and then I started dinner at like almost 8 o'clock. And it's like, what the fuck, It's crazy. It's like my whole day just got rearranged and I wanted to do this, and this, and then it never happened. So tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm just going to do whatever happens. I'm not even going to say what I want to do anymore. Because every time I say I'm going to do this and do that, it doesn't happen. I get diverted into like another, way, or something else happens. Like, it's fucking crazy. It was the same thing as yesterday. I wanted to do all this shit, and then all of a sudden my mom's like, "The phone's not working. Oh my god." And I'm like, fuck's sake, man. I'm like, look, another thing to hold me back. So I had to go to the city, get another phone, go down there, put it on, do this, do that. It's like everything I plan, everybody fucks it up. It's always somebody calling me to like ruin my plans. But that's why I'm just gonna wake up tomorrow and do whatever happens. I'm sick and tired of planning shit. Oh, well, that's good. Well, how can she be upset with you? You had a meeting with the boss and that went okay. She's not upset with you. Of course not. How can she be upset with you? You come to work, you do your job. If you do your job, and how can they be upset with you? They know the deal. It could be worse. They could not have you at all. You're a good employee and a good person. They understand. Not everything's gonna go the way it's gonna go. People get sick. You can be the best employee of all time. You can get sick. And like me or like you. Your dog dies, your dad dies, your somebody dies in your family. You gotta life changes. Shit's gonna happen where you can't really do shit, and then you start feeling all fucked up. It's like me. The last couple months, I've not been myself. Those two deaths affected me a lot more than what people think. But I just don't, really dwell on it and cry about it every day and complain about it all the time. I try to still be myself, and it's hard because everywhere you look, those people aren't there no more. And, it'd be different if one of them was still here. But I lost the two, you know, the two people that made me happy and did a lot of things with. You know, my dog and my dad were very significant in my life, so it's hard for me to deal with that. You know, but whatever. Some people don't even care about me and what I feel and what I how I am. Nobody gives a fuck. Especially people in my family, they don't care. They never say to themselves, what about Mark? Fuck, he was so close to them. And some people ask, but a lot of people just don't even care. They don't care about me. And I don't care if they don't care about me, because fuck them, I don't care. Because my dad and my dog are in spirit taking care of me every day. And I feel it. I feel their presence every day, getting me through. You know, this week has been amazing, even though I haven't said too much about why it's amazing, because it's none of their fucking business. But I've had inside, deep down inside, I've had an amazing week because I got in other ways, things accomplished. Let me catch up for what you said here. The stress can make you physically. Yeah, I wish I can have a good night's sleep, but last night it was fucking thunder and lightning and wind. It like ruined my whole fucking sleep, man. I was so irritated. And tonight I'm gonna end up sleeping like a baby, hopefully, because I'm really tired right now. But it's just like I get so irritated, man. It's like always something to aggravate me. Yeah, I know you. I know I got you guys. I'm not including you in the conversation here about people who don't care. Oh yeah. Well, there you go. You know who it is. Spirit ain't gonna lie. They're gonna tell you. That's for sure. There you go. It's kind of weird because on here, you know, on here I put up my price, and you know, it changed a lot of things. It makes me laugh, and I knew it was, and I'm glad I did it because I get irritated, a lot. So, and I don't really need that irritation right now in my life, and people don't really, you know, care like they just like, yeah, I'm gonna drain his ass anyway because he's a fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm glad I did it too because it's cut off some energy that I don't need. But God forbid, I say these things and people are gonna say, "You're talking about me?" No, I'm talking about the person behind you. Fucking people. Well, that's their problem, if they're a trust fund baby. I know some of those. Yeah, she told me that she's very glad I did it. And you know what? I got a lot of private messages from a lot of people that I know, really good friends of mine that have messaged me on Instagram and told me that they've been listening to my lives, and how much they love me and how much they care about me and how much they wish the best for me, and I'm always the one that is there for everybody, and you know they want to be there for me, and they're saying good things to me, and I appreciate a lot of people, because a lot of the people that have known me for years, those are the ones who actually care. You know, I have a lot of people online that give a shit about me and actually care about me. I've gotten so much private messages from people saying how much they care about me. If I need anything, they know how I feel because they've been through the same thing. If I need them, holla at them. So many people have it's actually made me cry many times, and I don't really cry too often, but I've cried a lot lately, last 3 months, that's for sure. I've cried in more than 3 months than I did in all 3 years. And I'm not really one to cry, but when I cry, it's when I actually feel people's genuine energy through the phone or through the message or through people's words. So it makes me feel good that people actually do give a fuck about me. But it's always the outsiders. It's always people like, you guys over here, like I'm not in Bermuda. Like my Bermudian people don't care. Some of my own family members don't even give a fuck to even think about how I feel, you know? And it's sad. It's very sad. Oh, that's probably why, Tanya. That's probably why. Because people like that are not really supposed to be in our energy. you know. And that's probably why that person got read that way. So there you go. It's not your job to accept those people. It's their job to accept the facts and the reality, but they don't. Not my problem. I don't want nobody like that in my energy. Hell no. Sad thing, I've explained this to a lot of people. You know, if these people think that they're gonna be found in spirit, they're not. They're gonna be blank. It's gonna be a blank space. I've actually proved that many times. But hey, it's a sensitive subject. I'm not allowed to say too much about those things, but I don't really give a fuck. I say what I have to say. Love it or leave it or like it or don't, or keep scrolling. That's what I tell people. Don't come around me with that bullshit. But sometimes people never learn. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. That's why you're not supposed to associate with people like that. But, it's your choice. It's who you want to associate with, then go for it. But if you're associating with people like that don't even know their true selves or want to be something that they're not, then that spirit's like, what are you doing? Why are you even around this type of energy? It's devilish. It's people that are devils, because they're going against what God made them. It's hard for them to understand that, but it's not my problem. I know the truth, they don't. But if that's their choice, God gave them free will. See, God gives everybody free will to be like the devil if you want, or to do those devilish things, or to be somebody you're not. Still free will, but it doesn't mean it's good. You have free will to do the right thing and the wrong thing. So doing the wrong thing gets you to the wrong path, to the wrong way. And then when you're in spirit, you don't have a voice. I had to teach somebody that the other day because somebody got a mediumship reading from me. And one of the spirit that they were trying to connect with was, was one of those people. And I told them that if you want to get those people in spirit, it ain't going to work because they have no voice in spirit because they've done devilish things. They are the devil. So I'm not going to be able to connect with the devil because I don't want to. Because those people are what they are. So the person said, I never thought about it like that. I said, well, I can get an interpreter to tell you about that person if you want. And that's what I did. And that's the only way it works. And I proved it because I've seen it many times. That's why people My mom says it the best. You pay here before you go. And they pay here, and then when they go, they have no voice, they have no say. So if you want to go check up on somebody that does those things, you won't be able to get a message from. You said, can we check on my kid? Yeah, if you want me to. Yeah, I can check on. Sure. I'll check. What do you want me to do? Like, see what she's up to? I'll check her out in general. Let's see what we got. You know what, Tanya? I'm going to share something with you. Every time you ask me about her, I'll tell you what I see. I get an image every time you ask me about her, and it comes up every single time. And I don't know why it does, but I feel like she spends a lot of time in the kitchen. And in this kitchen, she's there with her dad, and I can see that there's no conversation, there's silence, there's sometimes a half eaten plate, there's no appetite, there's no, like, joy, or there's no, like, happiness. And I see it every single time, and I don't know why I see that all the time, but I feel like my opinion on that is because that's how their life is. Limited conversations, not too much happy-go-lucky energy, half-eaten plates of food. I don't know how she was when she was living with you, but I would say that, that's how it is for her right now. You know? That's what I see, like, in the spirit, in a spiritual way, like spirits there showing me that. Oh, I was telling you, I haven't read the cards yet because I didn't know if you were back, but every time you ask me about her, I see her at a table, and she's eating something, but not with a serious, like, appetite. And I see empty plate. I see a half empty plate food. I don't see much of an appetite. I don't see much of an attitude. More of a, I don't see, like, happiness. I see, like, her dad getting up and his back face to her, and her, like, just thinking about things as she eats, and then she doesn't have an appetite because she's, like, lost, or she's thinking about things. Or I every time I connect, like, with her, like, well, like, you ask me about her, I always see her, like, lost at this kitchen table, and there's no conversation. And then, like I said, I see her father getting up out of the chair and going to the sink, and then she's just, like, sitting there eating her food, but not really, and just thinking about what she's doing, or what things can be. And then I see, like, this lady smoking a cigarette on the side, reading a newspaper, and she's like, just like, where the fuck am I, and why am I here? I get, like, a lost, feeling with her majority of the times I see her. Maybe once or twice I've seen her kind of happy, but right now I don't feel like she is. But that's what I see through spirit's eyes as I connect with her energy. And the cards are saying that she is, trying to be more consistent. She's trying to have good intentions and she wants to make her life, better, you know. Um, it also looks like, she's thinking about somebody who's passed away, or like she's either thinking about somebody who's passed away and comes to her in her dreams, or or it could be that, and could be also this, where she has the chance of her loss is defeating her mentally. Like this loss is defeating her mentally and it's making her feel weak. And then she looks at her friends and says, I don't really have too much of those. Um, she might feel like she's being seduced at certain times, and then like doesn't really have, a decent friend to talk to. And that's how like she feels, like some loss of death makes her feel a certain way as she dreams about it, you know? Hey Rudy, how you doing? And what else I get here, Tanya, is like a a woman might be coming to her and showing her things in her dreams, and it's making her like, feel a certain way. But I feel like there's a woman that she really confides in, like a motherly figure, that I know it's not you, but it's like if if she like, I don't know if she speaks to her grandma on either side. So a grandmother could be like significant in her life, or could be talking to her or being honest with her about what she needs to do with her life, you know. Like I kind of see like an old granny type of lady with like grayish, dark grayish hair, and it's like short and curly. But I also get like she resists doing what she needs to do sometimes, or she's like, her emotions are very unstable, you know? Looks like she's going through some type of obstacles or whatever. But I see all women here. There's no men here, but I think she thinks about a man that's passed away or something that's passed away. So it could be her dog, like you said. But her herself, she's trying to be like, faithful and loyal to whatever she needs to do. She wants to be somebody to be trusted. She wants to be like that person that has good intentions and more consistent. But there could be like a woman that's aggravating her, that's jealous of her, or resisting like to listen to her in some type of way. I get like some mixed energies here. Like there's like one person that she can depend on, and then there's other people that she's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? So I don't know, there's a sense of feeling defeated and like not knowing what she wants to do next. Hmm. Now, on the other hand, you know, yeah. On the other hand, it looks like she might have a boyfriend, or like there's a guy who's like trying to be like her boyfriend, or she either has a boyfriend, or this guy is like offering to be her boyfriend, or if she has a boyfriend, it's going pretty good. Like this is someone who she trusts, someone who she likes, but it's like, and if she has a job, which I feel like she does, it's either job or school. So either way, if it's a job or school, she's like, she has a sense of negotiation with things and overcoming the obstacle to get success and gain. Her father's helping her in whatever she needs. So it looks like, the father's not deadbeat. Looks like he is helping her and she relies on him and stuff like that. Because I got a fatherly energy here. Somebody, a father that's helping her get what she wants. Like this is her day to day life. So I feel like she has, a guy that she talks to and maybe her boyfriend. I feel like her work and her school is going good if she's doing that. And then I feel like her dad is also supporting her. Like I don't feel like she has like a romantic relationship, but it's something that she worries about or she feels like is incomplete. So I feel like she's involved with somebody, like, but the guy hasn't really offered himself 100% to her. So I don't get like romantic shit, but I get like, he could be like her boyfriend, but not really gave it up yet. But I feel like this guy helps her. And I feel like she has like successful dealings in her life, like work and school or some. And I see the father is helping her. But I don't get nothing with the stepmom. But the stepmom doesn't show up here. But I think the stepmom is kind of jealous that he caters to her more than her. You know what I mean? So, but I saw somebody like in the kitchen smoking, or like somebody smoking and reading a paper. So maybe it's somebody that comes to see them and like smokes outside or next to the kitchen area or something like that. So could be like the sister or auntie or somebody that they know smokes. But I saw a woman reading a newspaper and smoking. Some woman, like her hair is like to here and it's like straight like that and like curls in. She's wearing lipstick and she's like kind of palish looking. And she was smoking a cigarette and reading a newspaper. So it could be his sister. I don't know. I don't know if you have a sister-in-law that was from him and you dealt with him, or he has a sister or something that smokes, or maybe people that in that area they have a porch outside smoking next to the kitchen. I don't know. But anyway, I saw this lady smoking, reading a newspaper. So okay, so maybe this is like a one of her friends, like one of the stepmom's friends or sisters that's smoking. But anyway, that's beyond. I don't care about that. I'm just letting you know that that's what I saw. But yeah, that's irrelevant. But I see all the every time you ask about her, I see her in that kitchen, and it's like she's eating, and she's constantly like thinking about what her life is and how it is, and what's. I think that every time she eats, sometimes she loses her appetite because she thinks about shit from the past, or thinks about where the fuck is she, like why is she dealing with all this shit. But I feel like she's kind of like resisting things, but at the same time like, I'll put it to you this way: her energy, because spirit's showing me her and showing me like and making me see how her life is. So at home, her life isn't that great. But when she leaves that door and she goes out into the real world, her day by day life is pretty good. You know what I mean? But I feel like why I always say to myself, why is spirit always showing me this girl at the table eating and thinking and like her brain's all over the place. But I feel like as soon as she leaves that house, her whole life changes. It's like she's free to be who she is or free to like get away from that energy, you know? But I don't think it's the dad that gives off the energy. Because when I see him, he gets up and he moves. But I never see the the other lady, like the stepmom. So if you want to call her that, but I don't really see her, around. And like when I have a visual of the kitchen and stuff. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I get. Nothing extremely bad or you know. I just feel like her home life is not as good as her outdoor life, if you know what I mean. But at least her dad's helping her. So that's good. I don't get nothing bad there. I mean, there could be like a woman that she deals with or a girl that she deals with that's like jealous of her or, just like annoyed, makes, just aggravates or, we all have people that we don't like, right? Which is normal ass shit. But yeah, I've seen that like 3 or 4 times now. I've seen her sitting at that table in the kitchen and just like her mind's wandering off about all sorts of things. Her like thinking about a dream of a guy or male figure that's not there anymore. So some male older person or maybe her dog, like you said, is coming in. I don't think it's a dog. I think it's a person, but could be whatever. Like she's thinking about a man that's passed away that she knows, and that person came in her dreams. But I always see her worried, like a worried type of look, like her like eating and then like going like this, like like why am I thinking of this or why is this like happening or why did this happen or and then she eats a little bit and then like I see her at the table and I see her expressions. Like spirit's actually sitting at the table showing me what she looks like and what she's thinking and what she's like look what she her expressions are. And there's no like conversation at the table. It's very weird. So if she would so if my whole thing is I think that she's not a morning person. So if she wakes up and doesn't really say much and it's like very sluggish in the morning, then that's probably why I get what I get. Most people aren't very happy in the morning anyway, unless they wake up to some, you know, sexual type of situation. But, yeah. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you too. But I hope that, you know, that helps. Yeah, we have an alarm clock. You know? Hey, if you wake up, if you're a guy and you wake up and that shit's, still working, you're in good shape. When you wake up and that shit don't work, you got a problem. You ain't no more good to that woman. Even if you ain't got no woman next to you and you wake up and that shit's ready for action. That's a good sign. Do you know if do you know if she if the do you know if her, I don't know if you want me to call her that woman her stepmom, but you know what I mean. Do you know if she has a daughter as well from like her first marriage or something? And the reason, I'll tell you why I asked that. I mean, I don't know if you know there's people like that, but I would say if she has a daughter, then I would say like that daughter is like a jealous type of person. And your daughter's probably like, this fucking bitch irritates me when she comes here, you know? That's the type of vibe I get, like a clash of families. Ah, see, I knew something was going on there. Yes, there you go. See, yeah, I think so. That's what it is then. That's why I asked, because Spirit showed me that. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I get. Hmm. Yep. So that is true then. That's who the other person that I see. Yeah. I just got shown this other daughter looking chick, and it's like she has this issue with your daughter. So that's why when I see your daughter at this house, she's not happy because of all this bullshit she has to deal with. But when she leaves that door, when she closes that door, right? She's like, you know how you see in movies, someone opens up a door and they leave and they close the door and they go up against the door like this and they're like, ah, fuck, I'm out of this house, thank God. Now let me start my day. Let me get the fuck out of this hellhole. You know, that's what spirit just showed me her doing. No shit, like no, like spirits. There's a spirit there showing me everything she does from the morning until she leaves. And then when she leaves, her life is so much better because she doesn't have to deal with the home shit. At home, she's not happy, but when she leaves there, it's like, yeah, I'm out of this fucking hellhole. I can live my life. And I think that when she eats her breakfast in the morning, she barely eats it because she's like, I'm being watched, I'm being looked at, I don't want to be here. You know, this fucking place is a joke. But I love my dad, you know, and I just spend a little bit of time here and I can just go to work and I can go to school or whatever. You know, I can go see the guy that likes me. I can go live my life and I don't have to come back here for until later. So that's what I get. That's what Spirit's showing me how her life is right now. Yeah. So she must be looking at your daughter progress and then she gets jealous or you know, feels some type of way towards your daughter. So that this all makes sense now. But Spirit's literally sitting at the table showing me the whole film. They're showing me everything that's happening. It's crazy. And they got like these wooden chairs that they sit on. It's like a wooden chairs, a wooden table. And you know, they're just sitting at this table and it's like blah. It's like take me the fuck away from here. So I feel like, you know, like I said, her home life isn't that great, but once she leaves, it's like, you know, thank God I'm out of here. So, but otherwise, that it looks like she's okay. There's no big drama. I just think Spirit wanted to show me that she's not happy at home, but she's happy outside. But that's what I tell a lot of people. Sometimes when you come home, it's like the worst shit in the world. You're like, you come home, you're like, it's like me. I come home now and I don't see Diamond. And I'm like, this fucking sucks, you know? I'm coming home and I don't even see my baby, like, you know? And then I come home and I'm like, fuck, I gotta clean that. I gotta wash my dishes. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. You know, it's like I can't lay down and because then my mind wanders into like, disappointment. So, and then when I leave here, I go and I do things and it makes me happy to leave the house because I'm not in a house. I'm not in my apartment all by myself. And like I said, thank God I got you guys because I come on here and talk to you guys until I go sleep. If I'm not here, I don't have nobody ready to talk to. I used to talk to Diamond all the time. I'd say to her, will you stop snoring? Or look at you. Let's go pee pee. I have no one to talk to but the fucking walls here and myself and you guys. So it's a big adjustment for me. You know? It's fucked up, man. But it's all good. I'm very happy that I have you guys though. You know? Yeah, exactly. And I get it, I already knew that before it happened to me, because I've been dealing with people in your situation many times, over the past 6.5 years I've been on here, well, just my channel, but I've been on here for like almost 10 years. And I've been in these chat rooms talking to everybody and watching them go through what we're all going through now, you know? It's like it's just the way it is, everybody says, I lost this, I lost that, I have this, did my life like this, and then, you know, it's just the way it is. I don't need no damn woman, but I want one, yeah. Don't ever tell me I need some. I don't need no damn woman. I want one, yeah. I want a companion, yeah. I'll rephrase your statement there. I don't need no damn woman. I want one. Let Spirit will agree. If Spirit agree with you, then give me one. You know what I tell Spirit all the time? I tell Spirit, don't you dare bring no fucking hoe in my life. Don't you dare bring me some fucking nuisance that's gonna irritate me all goddamn day. You better bring the right woman around me. I don't want no damn crazy ass woman around me. Leave me the fuck alone. Go away, woman. I don't know. We'll see. Well, when you're used to being alone and single for years, I'll be very honest, and I'm not just saying this because, to act like some type of, person or whatever, but I'll be very honest, I don't really care about that shit no more. Relationships used to be a big part of my life, but I figured that being single is really nice. I don't have to worry about nobody cheating on me. I ain't gotta worry about nobody getting sick and giving their shit to me. I ain't gotta worry about a person like, fucking me over, lying to me. disrespecting me, because I know deep down inside I'm not going to do those things to that person, you know. And I don't want to have that in my life anymore, you know. But there is a but. If I were to meet somebody and they prove to me that they are the one, then that's good. You know, I'll take it. If you can prove to me that you can be trusted and you can prove to me, because I do have faith and I'm very optimistic that I can find that person one day or that person will find me, right? That's not, I'm never going to turn down an opportunity to be with somebody decent, you know? But that person has to prove to me that they can be trusted and they can be loved, and they know that they're with a real genuine person that's actually going to care, you know. See, because a lot of women don't know what a real man is because they never have one, because most women and men pick the wrong person anyway, because they're stupid and they don't have no common sense. They always pick the wrong fucking dumbass. So that's your fault. And I picked the wrong hoes all the time. I picked the wrong people plenty of time. I'm not perfect. Because if that was the case, then I'd have somebody, right? But I lost the most trustworthy, I lost two of the most trustworthy beings in my life recently, my dad and my dog. I trust my mom and I trust my sister and my nephews and stuff. But that's about it. I don't really trust too many people. And I don't want to either. Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, I agree. I agree, You say, remember what you tell me, the word you say will come against you. You say something positive. Well, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. And I always have private conversations with spirit. I tell them, hey, look, in the beginning of every single year, when January 1st comes that night, you know what I pray? I say, here I am, God. Here I am, spirit. Another year single. If this is the year you want to bring a woman into my life, may I remind you what I want. And I say to them, I don't need a woman, but if you want to bring me one, I'll take her. But she has to have this. And if I can't get that, then don't bring nobody in my life. So I have a specific person in mind. And that person only has to do one thing, just one: trust. If I can trust you, I will love you. If I can't trust you, I can't love you. And if I trust you and I love you and you break that trust, that love gets broken with that trust. It gets fucked again. Then I have to start all over again. And if I have to start all over again, or if I have to, look at you and say, I trusted you for 2 years now, and I loved you for a year and a half, and all of a sudden you break this trust, because it's going to be you, it won't be me. I'm telling you right now, I will never break my trust or my promise with a person that I love. And then when I'm in a relationship, I always make sure I make 100% effort, so I'm never the one to blame, because a guy will get blamed 100% of the time. So I don't like to be blamed for things. So I'm going to do everything I can not to be blamed or critiqued or be talked about as a cheater or a liar or someone you can't trust. I'd rather you have that label and get rid of you. You got me? I have specific goals when it comes to a woman and a relationship. Obviously, I have to be attracted to you, but you don't have to be a supermodel. You don't have to have big tits and a big ass. You don't have to have the best looking fucking hair or eyes in the world. What you have to have is a fucking heart that trusts and can be trusted. You have to gain my heart, not my dick. You know? That's my whole point of all these years of getting to a point where you say to yourself, what is love? What is a relationship? What is it? What should it consist of? You know what I mean? And that's what it consists of to me. If I can trust you, I would love you. Friend, family, girlfriend, whatever you are. If I trust you, I will love you. And I'll tell you I love you because I trust you. But if you break that trust, that love's gone too. And that's just a simple way of living. Why can't you live like that? And why you think so many people love me? Because I'm trusted by many people. You have no reason not to trust me because I don't show you distrust and disloyalty and lies. So right there, I proved my point. Simple. Hey Fiona, how you doing? And all Tanya wants is mutual funds and fucking medical insurance. And that's not much to ask. She said, fuck the trust. I want mutual funds and medical insurance. I want to make sure you're paying the bills and I have insurance. I'll trust that you're going to do that for me. See? That's her way of trusting you. I'll trust your fucking ass when you give me some medical fucking insurance and mutual funds. I'll trust you right there. See, that's Tanya's consistency. That's Tanya's consistent words of a man that she can trust and love. If that man gives her mutual funds and medical insurance and D, fuck, she's good to go. She'll be the fucking best woman ever. Yeah. I live by that every day. If I can trust you, I can love you. Because there's a song that one of my favorite reggae artists sings. He says, who can be trust can be love. If you can't be loved, you can't be trust. That's it. Who can be trust and love? If you cannot be trusted, you cannot be loved. No, yeah. I love that song. And I always live and die by it. And I know what he means now. So yeah. And why not? Love consists of trust. You should be loved. You should love someone you trust. You should trust someone you love. Why not? But if you can't, then what's the sense of being with somebody? Fuck that. I don't want to be of a lying, conniving person. Like, fuck that. Even friends. Friends, family, siblings, daughters, sons. Man, fuck that. Even the animal. You can't trust the animal. That animal can't do dumb shit to you. Hey Teresa, I'm good. How are you? How you feeling? And that's the bottom line. I'm never gonna like deny that. And that's why I tell people I'm single because I can't find a trustworthy woman. It's simple. I'm a trustworthy guy. I think with this head, not the one down there. I don't need to fuck two women at the same time. I don't need to be married and fuck somebody else and cheat on you. That's delusional and stupid. That's a sin. God ain't gonna like me for that. God's gonna give me karma for that shit. Because if you do that, you lose both. What's the sense of having both if you're gonna lose both? You might as well have one and just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And go through the trials and tribulations with that person. And if it doesn't work, then you get rid of them and then you move on if you want to. But I will have no reason to cheat. If I don't want that person anymore, I'm not going to cheat to get rid of them. I'm just going to tell them go fuck themselves and go away. I'm never going to be that type of person that I have to cheat on you to get rid of you. If I want to get rid of you, I'm locking my door. Don't come around here no more. Fuck out of here. Leave me alone. Block, delete, go to hell. I don't want to hear your explanations. Goodbye. I'm not going to go cheat on you and let you catch me cheat on you just to get rid of you. Because then that devalues me as a person. That devalues me and makes me think that that's okay to do the next time and the next time and the next time and the next time. And then when I come before God, He's going to be like, guess what, bro? I know you were trying to get back at those bitches for disrespecting you, but two wrongs don't make a right. And He's going to say, you committed adultery. You know, you did the wrong thing, bro. So don't think what you did was right by getting revenge or getting rid of that person, because by doing something dumb, you should just get up and leave like you're supposed to. But see, the mentality of a lot of people is, let me get you back. You know how you get somebody back? Is let them see you happy without them. That's the best revenge in life, is let somebody see you succeed without them. That's what kills a person more mentally than anything in the world. Is when they try to destroy you and they still see you succeeding, they're going to be like, fuck, oh well. What's it going to do? It's going to piss them off, not you. That's how you should live your life. Never seek revenge. Just seek your life getting better. Make your life better. And let them see you succeed. That's the best. That's what I do. All my haters, I love them all because they make me happy. If I know I have haters, that means I'm doing something right. My birthday is not for another 3 weeks. My birthday is on February 6th, so it's not for a while. It's actually 3 weeks today. Because my birthday is on Friday. So 3 weeks today, my birthday is. Shitty weeks today. I'll be here, hopefully. The big 4-9. One more year till 50. Holy shit. I can't believe I'll be 50 next year. Fucking hell. 50 years old. Fuck me. That's crazy. But it's all good. Hopefully I reach there. You wish you could take me to the strip club? Nah, I'm good. If you took me there, then that's fine. I'd go. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't I wouldn't mind. I'll go to the strip club. Won't be my first time. Thanks, Fiona. I think everybody says that to me. Well, the thing is, the reason I look, probably good for my age is because I don't smoke and drink. I don't have children, and I'm not married, and I don't have a hoe in my life. That's why I look good for my age. I don't have none of the above to drain my energy. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, my friend saw me. He goes, fuck, man, you look the same. You look the same. And I'm like, well, he goes, what's the secret? I said, don't get married, don't have kids. Stay single as long as you can. And stay away from hoes. You'll be fine. Don't smoke and drink. Don't do drugs. You should be perfectly fine. You look good. And if I shave, I look even younger. So that's good. Okay, cool. Teresa. Yeah, I know you got a lot of you guys are older than me, but that's cool. Not don't have children part. Well, some people have kids and still look good. You know, some people who have kids they still look good. It all depends on how much of a pain in the ass they are. I know a lot of women and men who are married and have kids and look great. You know, yeah. See, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, Rudy. See, my mom, she's 80 and she still looks good for her age. So I take after her. Like, we don't, even my brother's 50, 50. My brother's getting 58 and he doesn't even have that much white hair on his head. He still has his dark hair. He's like my dad. My dad didn't really have salt and pepper hair until like after 50. Me, I have it early. See, but my hair is still black, but my beard has got more white hair on it. My regular hair still have, I still have my dark hair and my salt and pepper hair, but it's like my brother, his hair is even darker. Like he doesn't have too much salt and pepper hair. Even my sister, she doesn't really have no white hair either. She's 45. My oldest sister, she dyes her hair all the time. She looks terrible. She looks like she's over 60. She looks the oldest out of all of us. Someone asked my oldest sister the other day if she has a senior's card. I was like, you should have never told me that shit. I was like, you should have never ever told me my oldest sister's 54. She's 54 and they asked her if she has a senior's card and she got so offended. She's like, what do you mean I have a senior's card? No. Do I look that old? And the woman's like, no, I was just asking. Yeah, because she looks like an old hag. She looks like she could be 65. The way she dresses and the way her hair is, she does look terrible though. She's like, she's always like, yeah, like a snobby little bitch. Yeah, the 45-year-old, no, she's not. The 54-year-old is a teacher. My brother's 57. My oldest sister's 54. Then it's me, 49 in 3 weeks. And then my youngest sister's 45. She just went 45 in November. I'm the third. I'm the third oldest. But my oldest sister that's 54, she's an Aries. She goes 55 in September, in April. And she looks a lot older than 54. Like you look at her face and it's like, yeah, she definitely looks older than that. I bet you if 10 people surveyed her, they would definitely say she was older than that. That's why she got asked if she has a senior's card. When my youngest sister told me that shit, I laughed so much. I laughed so much. I said, good, I'm glad. Stupid ass woman. Her husband's going 60 this year. Her husband's like 6 years older than her. The only thing that I can promise a woman is that, Barbie, anything I can trust, I can promise a woman lots of things. Like I said, if you rewind, I said it all. A woman can always trust me. A woman can always trust that I'll never cheat on them or disrespect them in any way. I never put my hands on them unless they, do something stupid to me. But, I would never cheat on a woman. I can promise her that I'll be loyal, faithful, and I'll promise her D anytime she wants. And I'll promise to always be, dedicated to her as much as she's dedicated to me. Whatever she promises me, I'll promise her. That's what I can promise. I can promise her anything she wants. You don't get along with her, do you? No, I don't. No. My older siblings, I don't get along with. I don't like my older sister. She's a snobby Aries bitch. And her and I never really got along. And my brother, he's a jackass, and I don't really get along with him either because he says and does some stupid ass shit. And I don't really like him like that because he doesn't do anything for our family. He only cares about himself. The only sibling I get along with is my youngest sister, even though she's a fucking pain in my ass. She's probably one of my best friends and my best sibling. And her and I get along. And she's put me through a lot of bullshit this last couple years of her divorce and shit. But, I'd rather deal with her than any other one of my siblings. She actually gives a fuck. And she's helped me a lot. So, yeah. One of the reasons I don't get along with my older siblings is because they say the stupidest shit in the world. They don't think before they speak. They really don't. They just say shit and be like, you be looking at them like, I feel like hitting you with something right now. Or they say things that provoke you. Like they rage bait you, both of them. Sometimes I wish I can take both their heads and go like that, boom, and like knock some fucking sense into them. But they're just stupid as shit, and they're very envious and jealous and selfish. Both of them are. But my youngest sister and me, we're like almost the same. We do everything for our parents, and we help each other. We help, whoever. We're trustworthy. We do what we have to do. We work hard. But those two are like dumb and fucking dumber. But they're both living in guilt right now. That's for sure. They both are living in guilt for what they've done to my dad, how they feel. My dad didn't really give a shit about them, those two, that much either, because those two hurt my dad the most. So, and that's why they felt the death of my dad more than all of us, because they didn't care about my dad like that. They're the ones who made my dad sick with their stupid ass lives and their dumb ass ways. And that's why none of them have ever said to me since my dad died that, oh, I feel bad for you, Mark, because I know you and dad were tight. I feel bad for you, if, I'm sorry about, you lose. None of them said that shit to me because they know. They feel bad now because they didn't give a shit about my dad like I did. They were always jealous of my dad liking me the most. Well, your dad's gonna like you if you do shit with him and do shit for him. See, my dad depended on me in these last couple years to help him out and to do shit for him. And my dad used to tell me, look, I'd rather have you do shit for me. Don't let them do it. Don't ask them nothing. Just you do it for me, please. Don't tell them to do shit. But see, if I told them that, they would not like my dad. But they know the deal. See that, especially my brother and my my brother and my older sister. They don't like me because of that. But they'll never like go out of their way and show me some type of like sympathy or say hey sorry about that nothing. They won't say fucks because they know the deal. And they know that I know what they've done. And that's why their lives aren't that great. And that's why my dad won't be really helping them in spirit like that. Trust me when I tell you. And that's why I kind of love every minute of it. Because I know they feel it. And my older sister told my mom that she dreamt of my dad, but he doesn't say anything to her. I laugh so much, and my mom's like, "That's not funny. Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, "Little do you know, mom, I know exactly what that means. You gave him fucking silent treatment. You didn't speak to him for a long fucking time, and you don't really say fucks to him. So when he comes in your dreams, he gonna say fucks to you like you do to him. What goes around comes around. That's why your guilt, when you're sleeping, your guilt catches up with you. You're gonna see your dad, and he's gonna look at you and not say nothing, just like how you let months go by without saying anything to him. You dumb bitch. And that's what I tell people on here. If you think that spirit changes what they know and what they think when they die, you're dead wrong. No pun intended. But that's exactly what I've been telling people forever. And people just don't get it. And if you're not doing the right thing in your life, spirit's not going to help you. Because how are you worthy of their spiritual power help if you're not doing what you're supposed to do? And you think they don't hear what you say and think what you think? Of course they do. Fuck you talking about? But nobody listens to anything I say sometimes about shit like that. But they'll see. You'll see. Because that's exactly what happens. Spirit looks at you and say, yeah, you must think I'm gonna fucking help you or come in your dreams and tell you shit. My dad didn't say fucks to her in her dream. He's letting her see what it's like. Because my sister didn't really go down to my parents' house and go talk to my parents and visit them on a regular basis. My sister went months without seeing my dad. And then when he died, the first thing she says, oh, I wish I could have had another conversation with him if I knew he was going to die. Bitch, you know where he lives. He lives 10 minutes away from you. You could see him. You pass his house all the time. Why you can't go there and say, hi, Dad? You know why? Because you know deep down inside he didn't give a fuck about you like that. Because you didn't give a fuck about him and you put him through bullshit. Same thing with my brother. And I bet you my brother dreams about him too. But he don't say nothing. Because you know why? My dad probably don't say fucks to him. And that's how spirit gets you. They letting you know. Yeah. What are you doing? It's sad. It's really sad that siblings are the way they are, families the way it is. You know? It's sad that people are the way they are. And then the only thing they know to do is to be jealous and look you up and down and they can have, I've told my mom this many a times because my mom says, oh, you always think people are jealous of you, but they have more than you, so why would they be jealous of you? And I said, Mom, you're not listening. You're not understanding the whole concept of jealousy. Jealousy is not because of what you have sometimes. It's about who you are as a person. They can't be you. They're not loved like you. You don't have talent like they do. That's why they're jealous. It's because they know that you guys love me more than they love them. And they know that you praise me more than you praise them. That's the jealousy. That's how jealousy is created. because you want people's approval, and when you don't get it and someone else has it, you're going to be jealous of that person. Jealousy is a disease, and that's what these people have. And I know when someone's jealous. I can see it, I can hear it, feel it. And then my mom says that, my mom swears down that they ain't jealous of me because they got more than me. And I said, Mom, didn't you say these stories about how people always thought you guys were rich because you had your kids in private school and they had more than you? Oh, but that's different. I said, Mom, it's not different. You're not even, because see, she doesn't want to be wrong because she's a stubborn Capricorn, right? So I tried to counteract her what her jealous meaning means. And I'm like, oh, because you have because you have more than somebody doesn't mean you don't have a reason to be jealous of them. Because that person may have more in value and money and materialistic things, but they might not have the love you have. They might not have the job you have. You might have a better, wife or husband than them, kids that are successful and theirs are not. Money ain't gonna buy you everything through life. Money ain't gonna make you feel not. The richest people in the world are jealous about people because they don't want to see other people succeed like them, so they get jealous. But anyway, that's how it is, and I don't have a jealous bone in my body because I don't really. I think jealousy is pointless. You're gonna have what you have. I'm gonna have what I have. You're gonna do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. And I really don't care. Even if you're jealous of me, I don't care. Cause that's on you. That's your dumbness. There's no reason to be jealous of me. I'm a normal person, like everybody else. There's no reason to be jealous of me. You should learn from me instead of be jealous of me. Simple. But hey, that's the way it is. That's the way it's gonna be. So I've explained it a million times. Maybe she's aging badly because of karma. Yeah, definitely. Well, she drinks and she pops pills for, like, sleeping and stress. She's a weirdo. Um, she's always been a weirdo. She's Sometimes I think she's adopted. If she didn't look like us, then I would probably think she was. But she's weird. Like, she thinks she's better than everybody because she has a master's and bachelor's degree and she's a teacher, and none of us have that type of caliber job. So she thinks she's automatically better than us. And I don't care if she's a teacher. I don't give a fuck. You teach a bunch of kids. You don't teach grown-ups because you don't have a grown-up mind. That's why you're still teaching kids, because your mind is the mentality of a child. That's what I tell people. I'm so bad. I know. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Jesus. I shouldn't be talking about her like that, but I know she talks bad about me. And my mom always says to her that Mark does this, Mark took me here, Mark did this, Mark did that. And my mom says she never says one thing about me. She never says, oh, that's so nice of Mark. I'm so happy that he deals with you. I'm so happy. She never calls me to say, hey, look, I'm so glad that you helped Mom. I just wanted to say, like, I appreciate you. I know we're not really, best of, buddies or whatever, but thanks for taking care of Mom. That bitch will never, ever say anything like that to me. Never. But when I see her, like when I see her like on Christmas, or like if she's done something for Mom or my dad, I'll say, oh, I just want to say thanks for helping Mom, or thanks for helping Dad, or thanks for doing this. But she will never say it to me. She'll never say, oh, thanks for taking care of Mom. Thanks for taking Mom to the grocery store. Mom says you bought her a new phone. Thanks for doing that. No fucking way. She has that stupid mentality, like, you're not doing enough, or you're not, I'm never gonna praise you because that'll downgrade my life. Typical Aries fucking dumbass. But anyway, I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna go sleep because it's 12:43. I need to get out of here. I'm not gonna keep talking about these dumbass people that are in the world. Selfishness and jealousy is very bad. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the world that do that. But thank God I'm not like that. I can't handle that shit. I can't handle jealous and selfish people, man. I just want peace. Bingo, Fiona. See what you just said? That's exactly what my youngest sister says to me. My youngest sister said exact words you just said. Because if she acknowledges what you do, then she has to look what she doesn't do for them. That's exactly what my sister said. My youngest sister said about her and about me and everybody. But she doesn't do it to my youngest sister either. She doesn't tell my youngest sister, "Oh, I heard you paid for this," or "I heard you did this for mom. Thanks for doing that." No fucking way. She don't do it with me or my youngest sister or anybody. You know why? Because she doesn't do anything for my mom and dad. And that's why my dad comes to her dreams and don't say fucks to her because she never said nothing to him. See? She didn't speak to him for months. Not because she's a busy woman, she's a teacher. And she has such a strenuous life, you know? And she's, a dumbass. Anyway, I don't want to talk about her no more and her negative ass. Fuck her. I don't worry about her. I can't stand her. But anyway, people are gonna be people. If she was cool with me, I can help her out a lot. And I can get her to a place where she don't have to be who she is. But she'll never listen to me because she's got too much pride. She thinks she's smarter than everybody. But in reality, I'm smarter than her 10 times. But, she doesn't understand. She'll never understand anyway. Some people are just dumb. Anyway, good night, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for being here and talking to me. I appreciate it. You made my night go by. I've been on here for 2 hours and 22 minutes just because 4 people in the chat, 4 likes, 22244. What can you say, See, Spirit just telling me, shut up, Mark, and go to sleep. I'll be here tomorrow, hopefully. And I'll chat with you guys tomorrow. But thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And thanks for hanging out on this Friday night. Now it's Saturday morning for me. I need to get up early too tomorrow at like 8 so I can watch my game. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And Barbie, I promise to be good to a woman if I ever have one again. Okay? And I promise if I ever get married, which I probably doubt it, if I do get married, or if I wouldn't even say married. If I do find a girlfriend, I'll let you guys know. Okay? You'll be the first ones to know if I ever date anybody or go on a first date anytime soon this year. Or if you want to bless me with a woman, then you can pray for that. But I don't really care though. If I don't have a woman, I always got all of you, because all of you are single. So you're all my women anyway, whether you like it or not. Good night.